Hey all, today marks the last day of the first month for my drawing challenge where I decided to draw every day for 2019. So that's 31 days if you're counting, so 31 drawings, plus a few other ones that I did extra to that. They're not the only things I draw. The thing is that I want to draw at least one complete drawing every day. So thought I'd go over a few of them, talk about what the experience has been like so far. I'll put a link in the description if you want to go see all the pictures in a gallery and see them for yourself. It's been fun. It's been mostly fan art, a few like other kinds of things, and a lot of requests. That'll probably continue. I have a few other requests to get to. I'm thinking I might veer off a little from so much fan art next month and go for a few other things, but the fan art stuff's fun too. And so we'll see what I continue to do. And so far everything's been traditionally drawn, and then some of it's digitally colored or enhanced. I might do some digital drawing next month too, we'll see. So I'll go over a few things, like today is Scud, the disposable assassin, one of my favorites. Doesn't get much representation. I like drawing them, I think it's fun. I got some new markers, so I tried those out. They're just cheapies, they're over in the desk. I'll show them to you real quick, I guess. They're nothing special, they're not as nice as my Copic, but they're about less than a quarter of the price. I got them on Amazon for like $9, so. Whereas this many Copics would cost you about 90, so a tenth of the price. But the quality's not quite as good, but I mean, it looks fine. It does what you need it to do. So that was today's. I'm trying to draw new things every day too, otherwise I could just draw like 30 pictures of Scud or whatever. So Constantine that someone requested. And I kind of mixed a few poses and things that I saw, and then things I had drawn before. And if you look, the fire effects are a lot like the original Black Snow comics when Calhoun's hands would go on fire. It was the first thing I did, Mario. I didn't use any kind of reference. This was all straight from my head, which is hard for me. I'm much more of a reference drawing kind of guy, so if I'm looking at pictures, I can work those in and come up with something nice, but if I'm not, it's a lot harder. Raven from Fortnite, my son requested that. I've learned a lot as I've been doing it each day. At first I was taking just pictures with my phone, now I'm scanning them in so they look better. Not being quite so lazy about it. Here's the Max, and if you haven't seen it, I digitally colored it. I really love the way it turned out. Like Scud, not well represented in one of my personal faves. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I loved Into the Spider-Verse, thought it was fantastic, loved the style of it, loved everything about it basically. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Svengoolie, which is an old horror host on MeTV every Saturday night if you don't watch. It's a real throwback. I sent it into him, so we'll see if he puts it up on his show, but I just wanted to do it for fun. This is kind of a study of one of my gargoyles. I love the way this one turned out. It's pretty cool. In fact, I got the gargoyle right here. I might as well just show it to you. I have a collection of gargoyles in my house, by the way. So, there you go. How'd I do? So that's something I might do more of, just things that I can find and go sketch. It'd be kind of fun too. Because it's not just photos, I mean, I could sketch real life things pretty decently too. The Joker. And I made a video of drawing this one. I made a couple videos, and that's something I've liked seeing from other people in the past. It's something I'll probably do more of. I kind of just jerry-rigged my light and put the camera on it, and it's kind of a janky system, but I'm gonna look into ordering like a real thing to do it like a little better quality for the future. But I enjoyed it. I like watching them back. I don't enjoy actually doing it until I kind of didn't have to think about the camera anymore. But there's the Joker, kind of a mixture of a few different versions of Joker, and just kind of going for that old school Madman. Pokemon, this is one that I digitally colored, and there's a video of me inking this one. This was my son's request. So we got Charizard, Ivysaur, and Squirtle. So as they appear in Smash Brothers. My son wants me to do another one where it's all the final forms. I don't know, we'll see. This one turned out really nice. Duck Dodgers. I colored this one digitally too. I loved Looney Tunes as a kid. I don't draw as much cartoons now because I go for kind of slightly more realistic style, I guess. More comic book style, but it was fun to do. And I wouldn't mind doing more stuff like that. I mean, it's always fun. Solomon Grundy. This was the first video I made. Never drawn him before, fan request. Pretty happy with the way it came out. John Wayne as Rooster Cogburn from True Grit, and he also made another one where it's called Rooster Cogburn. I thought that one came out pretty good. This one got an audible like gasp from my wife when she saw it, where she's like, "Whoa, that looks just like him." So you know it's good. Speaking of, my son told me this was his favorite thing I've ever drawn, so that's pretty high praise too. So Majora's Mask, and I decided to go just like a black and white silhouette look and kind of go for more like my Black Snow Comics type of style. That's another thing. I've been playing around a lot with style and a lot with my shading and refining a few things and getting my my lines tighter. And drawing every day has been a really good exercise for that. I'm feeling a lot more confident about things too, as far as my art. Bebop and Rocksteady. This one was based a lot off of action figures of them. So that's why they have kind of goofy action figure weapons, kind of mixed with their original cartoon look. Of course, everybody loves Bebop and Rocksteady, right? And then Deku Link. I used to have a nice action figure of this, then my dog chewed it up. So that's a good one. My daughter requested that. She's been watching me play Majora's Mask throughout the month. I've been playing the 3DS remake, which has been a lot of fun. This is Papa Midnight from Constantine, which is not a character that I knew, but someone requested, and I thought it turned out pretty cool. People seem to like this one. And this kind of plays up just kind of the style I like, where you're doing kind of heavy lines and shadowing. Then my sister requested this one, which is a baby Groot wearing Mario clothes, which my son keeps saying, why? I don't know, but I guess it's a mashup. I thought it turned out pretty good. This is Plague Knight from Shovel Knight games, but he has his own story in the game now. That was a follow-up to the original game. I also figured out I should stop drawing in my book because sometimes it was bleeding through, so I'm wasting pages. The Fortnite llama, another request from my son. This is the only one I really should have done a better job or something. I'm kind of embarrassed of it. Pretty bad one where I was just kind of sketching my daughter, and it turned out really, she's cute. She doesn't look like this. So that's the only one I consider like a failure at this point. This was a Berserker from Gears of War. Another fan request. Haven't played that game, although of course I am like a pretty big gamer, but that's not really the type of game I play a lot of. I'm not big into shooters and stuff like that. I'm more of an old school kind of gamer. I like adventure games and platformers and stuff. This is Mousers from the Ninja Turtles. This is a mix between their comic appearance, the way they looked on the old cartoon, the 2012 cartoon, and the action figures. And this was a request from my son. And I actually love the way it came out, and I like the way I came up with this posing and stuff too. I was kind of thinking of Jurassic World when the raptors are all three together like that kind of thing. Let's see what else we got. So this one's been digitally colored, but here it is. It's black and white form. This is a Gremlin from Looney Tunes. So I don't know how many cartoons he's in. He might have just been in the one, but I remember him in like a World War II type one with Bugs Bunny. That was pretty funny when I was a kid. I haven't rewatched it or anything. I only watched a couple seconds just to get what the character looked like, but maybe I'll watch it again. I don't know. But I guess the design stuck with me, so I felt like drawing it again after seeing some other Gremlins in a movie. Well, here's Slimer. It's funny, when I was going over some stuff recently, I realized I've drawn several versions of Slimer, mostly based off of his cartoon look, but different looks. This is kind of a mix between his cartoon and his movie look. Well, I'm pretty happy with the way that one came out. But it's funny, I was looking at, like, I've drawn it on my son's lunch bag, I've drawn it on the whiteboard, so I didn't really think about it at the time. Here's the Crow, which is another fan request. It came out pretty cool. This one used up a lot of my ink though. That's another thing. I had to order some ink refills and things like that. I've been using my stuff. So here's the Undertaker. I think someone requested that. I think they saw the Crow and it made them think of Sting and made them think of Undertaker. The WrestleMania match we'll never see. Here's a, I don't even know how you pronounce it, and that's from the Max. This is like one of the little bad guys that he fights and destroys all the time. And I guess that's all I have in here. I think there was a couple other drawings, but oh, I gave one my wife's using one, my daughter took one. There's a few other ones, but I'll have the link. You can see all of them. I don't know that I'll go like showing them each month. Well, maybe I will. If you like this, let me know. So 1 month down. It hasn't been too hard. Like I said, I got a lot of requests, so coming up with what to draw wasn't that difficult. Plus, there's a lot of stuff I feel like drawing for fun. So it's coming along. Time-wise, these take me about probably between half an hour to an hour to draw, and I've been pretty consistent about just doing it pretty early in the morning when I get up, usually before my family's up, so I don't have too many distractions and I'm not neglecting anyone. I do have 3 kids that I have to tend to, so sometimes I do it when 2 of them are at school also. Yeah, we'll see what I do with it coming up. I'm looking forward to 11 more months of it. I don't know, maybe by the end of it I'll be sick of it and kicking myself for taking it on, but so far so good. If you have anything you want me to draw, just leave a comment or let me know. And I guess I'll check back with you at the end of next month for a similar kind of video.